racing comes out. He was junior European champion a few years ago. He's only 21. Youngest in this final.
Representing Turkey, Ibrahim Sholak.
Ibrahim Sholak will be next out. Turkey. Number 5 is Marco Lodadio. Lodadio of the rings. Silver at the Euros earlier this year. But what about this man? Eleftherios Petronius, Olympic champion, 3 times world champion, 4 times European champion. Surely he hasn't got room on the mantelpiece to be back here. Artur Tovmasyan from Armenia is the 7th gymnast out.
Representing France, Samir Aitsai.
And it's so great to see this lad. Every competition, he had a horrendous vault injury a few years ago. But Samir Aitsai, European champion 6 years ago on rings. His best result in the Worlds is a 4th. So there they are, all stacked up and ready to go. Ablyazin first up. Samir Aitsai wraps things up, but Greg, as we're saying, I mean, there's so many champions in this final.
This is going to be one of the strongest tested competitions of the day. I mean, the strength on these guys, they are absolute masters. You would never see a rings champion swinging a pommel horse because the shoulders are as big as a pommel horse.
Well, first to post his score is Ablyazin, 2 times European champion. He's the current European champion as we speak.
And a very important part of the Russian team that took the first ever gold team medal. And so strong and powerful. The gymnasts have to show strength elements. He's shown us those. Then they have to show swinging as well. 2 double front somersaults, and he immediately goes into a strength hold and another. Each of those holds have to be held for 2 seconds. Swing on straight arms up to handstand. And again. Now, come on, the big dismount, the double twist and the double straight. That was a very strong and secure opener for Ablyazin.
Well, he's one of the oldest gymnasts in this final. And actually, just having the experience, as we've seen over the last few days, is a big factor as well. It's not just about putting the hours in the gym.
Certainly is. I think if you collectively average the age on rings, these are the oldest people in the competition.
In the
world. But you can see it's a piece of apparatus that gymnasts can have longevity in, as long as, you know, they don't pick up any serious injuries. And they're all pretty much of a muchness between 6'1" and 6'3", the start value. So, you know, you can pretty much determine the winner of the rings is generally the one that sticks the landing at the end. And because he's got a huge dismount, double twisting, double back straight, and then he has to take that pace forward. And I think that's the bit that's quite costly in his routine, because the rest of it is really, really well constructed.
The swinging 2 handstand can sometimes look like it might catch some of them out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been such a critical part in the Russian team since, well, he was in the team in 2012, 2016 at the Olympics. The way he's going, he's looking like I want to go to 2020. You know, and he's been a finalist in all these competitions.
14.666 for Ablyazin. Beat that if you can. Well, Artur Zanetti, who's the next gymnast to go from Brazil, is very, very good indeed at spotting that landing.
Next competitor represents Brazil.
He's huge, this guy. Just look at the size of him. He's had 3 world silvers. He's never been the golden boy. And he was world champion in 2013.
decent in 2012 when he took the Olympic title. But just look at the strength of this guy. Circles round into the top planche position. Back up rise into a top planche, not a flicker there. And press slowly into the Maltese. Got to swing, that's nice work, the double pike, the double tuck, into another Maltese position. You can see he's releasing his grip on the rings and again in the crucifix as a sign of immense strength. There, the front somersault into the crucifix, known as the Homner. He's has yet to swing to handstand. There it is. Got to lock it out. Needs a big dismount, full twist in double straight, slight pace back on landing, but that was immense.
For 14.666 is Abliazzin's score. Another world medal. Let's hope so.
Been quite disappointing, the Brazilian gymnasts, in this World Championships, having qualified in Rio and then just seem to have really dropped off a bit.
Yes, neither the men nor the women made team final. They seem to be going through a little bit of a crisis patch. But this gymnast looks strong as ever. A true specialist. We said it was interesting that none of the rings finalists made the all-around competition, so it really is the apparatus that is for the specialist. You have to become so strong in the upper body.
They can't get the shoulders between the parallel bars, this is the problem.
And they don't really want the legs to be too heavy. The ultimate power piece.
Und war auch schon öfters in Stuttgart, auch beim DGB-Pokal zu Gast. Kennt sich hier aus in Stuttgart.
Zanetti, second gymnast of 8 in the final. The local lad will be up next, Nick Klessing. 14.666 the score to beat. 14.725. It's huge for Zanetti. Surely he's got to be on the podium with that.
Yeah, again, 1.5 off nearly on execution. I ask, where's that come from? Come on, judges, start rewarding these gymnasts for the hard work they're doing.
Well, the D score is what made the difference there, 6.3 to 6.2.
Nick Klessing, 7th highest qualifier. He put in over a 14.5 in qualification to be in this final. Again, a fine achievement to make top 8 in the world.
Two beautiful strength elements linked there. And up rises to a planche. Now comes the swinging elements, the somersaults. Have to keep control of the rings, you mustn't let them swing. Turn them out into handstand. Now he can swing and swing up high and triple back dismount. Wow, you don't see many of those. That was pretty impressive.
What a crowd pleaser. The second triple back of the day.
It's quite interesting. It's a completely different shape to the ring specialist that we're used to seeing with absolutely massive shoulders.
Do you remember Nguyen? He was very similar.
Similar, yeah. And there was a Hungarian, Silvestre Shoreline, who was exactly the same, slight build, but just extremely strong. And which means that when it comes to the swinging elements of the routine, that's the bit they can excel on.
Yeah, Yeah, Chris, lovely to see. We saw a triple back on floor, and now to have one on rings as well, with all of us triple back lovers are over the moon.
And he swung so high, didn't he? As soon as he started that swing, he really lifted it up.
We often see it's difficult for the transition from a good junior into a senior, but to come from a junior champion on the rings into a world final in the senior is real testament to the skill that he's got. But it's always nice to see a triple back. Look at that. So difficult to land as well.
To be honest, he had plenty of room there. He was able to fairly much open out.
Well, there's Torba, who was in the all-around yesterday.
He'll be at the Oktoberfest tonight, no doubt.
Don't give anything away, Craig. Don't give anything away. 14.166 for Nick Klessing. He's upped his difficulty by 0.1 as well. Good effort. Good effort indeed. Ibrahim Kolak will be next to go. Now this lad was the highest qualifier. He scored 14.858 in qualification, as you can see there. The score he needs to beat here is 14.725. Zanetti from Brazil leads this competition.
Turkey, another country that we expected to do slightly better in the team competition than what they did. So it's nice to see them represented in this final, and that's very good. Body and shoulders flat with the rings. Back up rise into the top planche, one of the requirements. Swinging out, it's beautiful there. Combining the strength and the swing elements. Lovely control there, front somersault into the crucifix. He needs to swing to handstand. And he does, that's a good extension. Look between his hands and his feet. Double pike front somersault and nails the landing. What an unusual but very difficult dismount. I think that will go into first place.
The tremendous strength moves, weren't they? And they were very emphatic. You didn't feel there was any wavering. Felt he could have held it for 5 seconds if necessary.
Well, the leader from qualification didn't give anything away there. I think Zanetti will know he's got to move over on that box.
Really beautiful technique on the straight arms.
He was 4th at the European.
You don't always get the best view with the camera, but I can assure you these body positions were absolutely parallel to the floor. And no lowering to this position, straight there.
That is such a difficult dismount to finish with. You would think that the double front gymnast put a half turn in like we've seen on the parallel bars, because you can actually look at the floor half turn out. So to do the double pike and extend at exactly the right time, for me, that deserves to go into first place.
He didn't travel at all. He had no swing on the bars, did he? So he was able to absolutely plop directly under the bar on that dismount.
14.7, 2.15 zu schlagen.
Is it going to be gold for Turkey at the moment? 4 more to go. It is the golden position, 14.933. Kolak goes into the lead ahead of Zanetti. Abliazin holds on in 3rd with a score of 14.666, but that's huge, and I think unbeatable. Olympics are calling. 14.933 though, Craig. That is a big score, Chris.
That's quite a gap, isn't it? Because we usually see it very, very close.
0.208 of a gap.
8-7 on execution. I mean, where do they take the marks from?
Marco Lodadio, fifth highest qualifier. 27 years old, this lad. He's had a silver and a bronze at the Europeans. He was a bronze medalist at the World Championships last year.
And Italy have a great history of producing wonderful rings workers. Yurikeki springs to mind. Super work, beautiful extension, those legs locked together, controlling the end of the swing. Another wonderful straight body shape. Lifting the head out to show that it's easy. Super straight arm swing to a good strong handstand. And a double twisting double. Oh, and that was really a wonderful dismount. No sort of step on landing. The Italian team are mighty impressed.
Well, he put in a 14.66 in qualification. He's going to need that and a bit more. Well, he can tie with Abliazin if he scores that.
Well, interestingly, he's a 6-3 on difficulty, so it's 1/10 above the rest of the field that's been so far. And I think what was really nice is the effortless it looked like within the somersaults there, and he went straight into that somersault into the crucifix position. There, circle round into the crucifix, known as the Azarian, and then for good measure, I'll just lift my head to make it look easy. And it's always good to finish off with a strong dismount. There, double twisting, double back in the tuck position. Probably you might say he could have got his heels together a little bit quicker there, Christine, but I think he was just savouring the moment.
And I think he was letting everybody see that his feet hadn't moved on landing. They were secure. Tell you one of the things that surprised me with this rings final, we've got no Chinese gymnasts, I don't think. Usually think of the gymnasts from China being absolutely superb on the rings.
Score is in, he's gone into second. 14.9 behind Kolak. Zanetti's pushed down into third now. Abliazin is out of the medals.
Interesting again, that extra 0.1 raising the difficulties, making all the difference.
Well, what does this man have to say about all of that? Eleftherios Petrunius, 28 years old, Olympic champion, 3 times world champion. He's seen this all before. How is he going to react this time?
Well, his nickname is Lord of the Rings. And we're about to see why. 6-3 for the difficulty. With ease circling round into the top planche position. Slowly pressing on the rings into the Maltese. You can see just releasing the grip on the rings to show the amount of strength he has. That's the swing to handstand. One of the requirements for the gymnasts. Back up rise into the straight top planche. Not a flicker in the legs. Into the crucifix. Front somersault into the crucifix position. The Homna. Double pike. Into the forward long swing. Coach underneath. Needs a good dismount to retain the title. Step back on landing. Well, That is going to be really close. That step on landing.
Well, that was a fantastic rings routine. We've talked about these finals being the best ever. We've looked at the work. We're seeing the difficulty just getting more and more. And I don't know how he did that. I mean, how is that physically possible?
The strength work there was just immense, wasn't it?
It's on hydraulics.
Yeah.
I think they're all very much of a muchness when it comes to the strength skills. It's the way they construct the routine.
Well, these linked one to the other so effortlessly, didn't they?
And the way that the gymnast can sometimes release the grip on the rings, so actually it proves that it is sheer strength. It's going to be really close because he had a 14.7 from a 6.3 already.
Oh gosh, it is. Well, you're not friends with the judges at the moment, so I don't know what.
There was one bit in there actually which I didn't think he performed as well as some of the others. That was the Honma, the front somersault into the crucifix. For me, it looked like it was a little bit high and lowered too, where some of the others went direct into that position. But I mean, we're only talking a 10th here, a 10th there, not 1.5 marks.
Is he world champion again? Oh, he's in third. 14.733 for Petrunius. Kolak still in the lead. Rodadio second. Petrunius third.
I think he thought that would be a little bit higher.
I think they've got the right two at the top so far. There's still 2 to go.
Tokmassen now. After Tokmassen from Armenia. 8th highest qualifier. He's been in the world final a few times, but he never got himself a medal. Is this the year he can do it?
Well, that's an impressive start. And again, perhaps at this angle the shoulders don't look quite so low as some. Very smooth to the handstand. Good height on the somersaults. Another beautiful straight body shape. He's got to hold strong, and that handstand. Full twisting, double back, but quite a big pace. I'm not sure that will challenge the top 2.
I think he swings the rings really well actually on the multiple somersaults, and he's precise into those positions. But I think that step on dismount is such a big step back. That'll be a 0.3. That's a good flat position. The camera angle there you can see parallel with the floor, level with the rings. That's the nice work. The double tuck front somersault into the double pike somersault and then straight into the Maltese. Swinging to strength really does add the difficulty. This is a costly part of the routine. Nice shape, full twisting double back straight. Just hips sat down a little bit there, Chris.
Yeah, it was just a little bit low really, wasn't it? He had to really push the hips out to make the landing. And that's where the judges will deduct for lack of height as well as the step.
It really looked like actually he was going to try and nail the landing. He knew he had to stick the dismount if he wanted a chance.
14.2. He's in 6th. 8-1 on the execution, 6-1 on the difficulty. Well, Samir Ayed Said can threaten for a medal here. He's the 3rd highest qualifier. He has scored a 14.7, but he might up on his difficulty here. European champion from quite a few years ago. He's had to watch everybody go first.
That's nice. Back planche, press through the Maltese position into a straight top planche. Lowers all the way under the rings, through the crucifix, and again to the Maltese. He's been 4th in a world final before twice, so he'll be really wanting to see if he can improve on that. Did well to control that swing position into the Maltese. Back up rise, straight top planche, press into the crucifix, release of the hands from the rings. A bit of a flicker there in the handstand. Big dismount, full twist in, double back straight, but he nails it. Well, he's certainly finished strong. It might just well be a late challenge.
Well, Petruneus has the score in 3rd place at 14.733. Anything higher than that, and he's got a medal, obviously. It's 14.733, he'll tie for bronze. That was incredible.
Well, the last gymnast in the competition on rings. Really showing such wonderful control.
29 years old, he came in 3rd place in the qualification.
Feet just a fraction down from that angle.
I'm going to say from this angle there, Christine, it looked not just as flat as some as we've seen, where if you're under the rings it's really difficult. I suppose the good thing for the judges is they're sat directly opposite the rings, so they'll be able to check all these angles. But that was a fantastic dismount. And such a comeback from this young man that broke his leg in 2016 at the Olympics, was stretching out. Most people would be lucky to walk again and come back and perform routines of this calibre.
Is it going to be top 3? Samir Ayed Saeed. He deserves it. Yes, it is! It's 14.8 to bronze medal for the last gymnast. Ho, ho, ho. Yes! Samir Ayed Saeed seals the bronze, but there is the new world rings champion, Ibrahim Kolak from Turkey. He takes the title with a sensational routine. Get the Turkish flag out. Get on your coach's shoulders, and I tell you what, he's not a light lad to lift up. Oh, and Marco Ladadio from Italy, he takes silver. 14.9, just 0.033 in it. It's a closely fought contest. Petruneus has to be consoled by his coach. Sadness after such effort that's put in. What about that? Samir Ayed Saeed comes in and steals the bronze at the last moment.
Great for 3 countries there who haven't had medals in this championship up to now. France so a bit disappointed with their women's team. Didn't make the position they hoped. And Italy, of course, a team that we haven't seen so much of at all on the men's side. Their women took the bronze medal in the team, but great to see. And you can see how much it means to all these countries and these programs.
it just is really great to see, actually, Christine, that these guys are celebrating silver and bronze medal. It's a massive achievement, and you can see what it means to them. I mean, Italy really, you know, in terms of funding the programme going forward to get a world silver medal and also that gold medal for Turkey, will definitely mean so much. And same with France. I mean, a medal in these championships can fund a whole gymnastic programme for another Olympic cycle.
Well, absolutely. Most of these countries have targets to achieve, and these will be the medals that they know they've got to bring home to keep their funding.
I think this is what they call a pitch invasion from the guys from Turkey. So confirmation of the men's rings final. The new world champion from Turkey, Ibrahim Kolak. Silver goes to Marco Ladedo of Italy, and the bronze to France, Samir Ait Said.
Well, now joined by Commonwealth gold medalist Courtney Tulloch from Great Britain. What a rings final that was. We knew it was going to be tense within it, but what did you make of it, Courtney?
Yeah, rings final is always close. So
yes.
Just to watch that just inspired me a lot to be out there. Them guys are fighting for their spot for Tokyo. So
right.
Incredible performance from them all, and a lot of stuck landings, and that's what it comes down to in rings.
Well, from a rings specialist perspective, will you talk us through the winning routine? Here is Ibrahim Kolak. He's just been crowned champion here, and just at the start here with the grips and what have you, it's so important to get the right grip.
Yeah, so important. If you don't get the right bit grip at the start, it can mess up the whole routine. So he's doing the Azarian to top planche here, held it 2 seconds really well, as back into the Azarian to Maltese. Nice body shape there. You see the struggle in his face. They have very difficult skills.
Yeah, at what point are you starting to think, hang on a minute, I've got a long way to go?
Yeah, normally the first 3 skills in the routine are the hardest, so you get that done and then you move into the swinging stuff like he is, swinging skills like he is now. Swing to Maltese, hold for 2, Nakama to cross. Cross is like a resting position. So you take some breath in there. Yeah, it is, believe me. Back into the cross. In a little smile there, love that from him. And then this bit, you're starting to focus on the dismount now. You've got to get that handstand, and you're just thinking, I need to nail this to be in a shot with a medal. And he goes and he does that perfectly. Yes. Fantastic routine. So he secured his spot for Tokyo. I'm so happy and proud for him. I've competed against him a few times, a really nice guy, and well done to him. Congrats.
Yeah, I mean, just picking up on that point, because I'm sure lots of people listening to this will think, what on earth are you saying, Courtney? Cross is a resting position.
Yeah.
How and why? Just put that into some kind of context.
Okay, so the strength skills, you've got the Maltese position, which is Maltese, so the roll to Maltese are E's and F skills, so they're pretty difficult. And the cross position, believe it or not, is only a B skill, so you only get 2 attempts for doing that. But to the common eye, people are like, okay, cross is the hardest, but believe me, it's not. It's one of the easiest. So when you do it in the routine, it's one of those skills where you sort of thinking about things and just you take your breath. And also when you're upside down, when you're in handstand and you're hanging, that's when you need to get your breath.
And also the key with rings as well is the timing, isn't it? So if you're up in handstand and you've got a bit of a swing on the rings, how you actually control it to stop kind of increasing that swing.
Yeah, if you get that wrong, you can find yourself in a little bit of trouble. But all these guys did incredibly well not to find themselves in that position. So it can happen, but it didn't today, so I'm happy it didn't.
Okay, well, we're just going to have a look at the silver medalist if we can as well, because as we said, all of them were so close. But this is Marco Ladedo from Italy.
Yeah.
You know, he's no stranger to a world final himself, but
yeah, he's come on a lot. So he started with the Baladin to the straight top planche. Very nicely held there into the Azarian Maltese. Very strong. That's an F skill. So like I said, the first 3 skills are the hardest in the routine. Yeah. Back into the swing to Maltese. So then once you got them out of the way, you're thinking, okay, a little bit of swing now. I can have a little rest here, take my breaths, and then compose yourself again. Yamawaki, Jonasson, Pike, into the Homna cross, and then he's showing off in the cross with the arms out. Very nice. Pose himself again. Back to the swing to the straight top planche. Nice roll back into the crucifix. Really nice work from the Italian. Big long swing held nicely, and then I know he does a double tuck. Does he stick it? Can he stick it? Yes, he does. Fantastic. No,
that relief, obviously,
brilliant.
when you nail it, is what it's all about.
The feeling is incredible. Yeah, to nail your routine, now you dismount the end of routine like that is amazing.
Well, the man who is feeling quite literally on top of the world right now is Ibrahim Kolak. He's just down there with David McDade. Let's find out what it feels like to be a world champion.
Well, Matt, as you say, Ibrahim Kovac is here. Ibrahim, you're the world champion. How does it feel?
I don't know what can I say. I'm so much happy, maybe more. I don't know. This is our history's first time world medals, and first medals, also gold medal. This is very good feeling. I'm so much happy. Last year I take European silver medals, and that time first time medals, first time second medal, and now World Championships gold medalist. I don't know what can I say. Really, I'm so much happy, and thank you very much for everything. Everything is very good. Organization, competition. Thank you, and see you next time.
Well, we will see you next time, and we'll see you in Tokyo as well at the Olympics. Ibrahim, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye-bye. Well done. Well done. And you can speak English, which is amazing. You can do all sorts of crazy difficult things. Well, a little bit earlier on, hopefully you were joining us to witness Max Whitlock winning his 3rd world title on pommel horse. It's no fluke, is it, when you do it 3 times? And let's just have a look at the